I'm Mrs. Skelly. Today we're going to learn about a new sound, the W or WH sound. We're going to use a tool called a sound box to help us write words with WH at the beginning. You can write words by first listening to the sounds that you can hear and then writing down the letters that match. Let's first listen to this sentence. Whitney whisks while whistling. What sound do you hear at the beginning of all of those words? Yes, we hear W at the beginning of all those words. All those words have WH at the beginning. That's the way they're spelled at the beginning. Let's listen to the words. Whitney whistles while whisking. Those sounds are spelled with WH, and that makes the W sound. When W is all by itself, it says W as well. And when H is all by itself, it makes the H sound. But when we put those two letters together, they make a new sound, the W sound. You can kind of think that the H is silent, that it doesn't make a sound at all in that word. It makes the W sound. That's called a digraph, when two letters make one sound. All right, let's use our tool called a sound box to help us write down some WH or W words. All right, let me show you how it works. There's a box for each sound in the word. Let's try it with the word when. Like, when is it going to be time to play? When. Let's first stretch out the sounds in the word when. W, n. There are three sounds in the word when. Now, notice there are three boxes on my sound box up here. So we can take our finger and push the sounds up to get our brain ready to write the word when. All right, push it up with me. Ready? W, n. When. All right, we're ready to write. The first sound is W. Now remember, all these words start with this digraph, WH. Let's write it down. W, that's an E. W, n. There's an N at the end of that word. Great job. All right, take your finger and let's check the sounds. W, n. When. Good work. Did you write it with me? Awesome. All right, let's try another word. The word whale, like the animal that lives in the ocean, whale. Let's stretch it out. W, a, ol. Take your finger and push up the sounds. W, a, ol. Now we're ready to write. The first sound is W. And in these words, how do we spell that digraph? WH. Let's write it down. W, a. We hear the long A sound. A saying its own name. W, a, ol. We hear an L at the end. Now we need a special letter. We need a silent E at the end because the A is a long sound. It says its own name. But notice it's outside of the box because it doesn't make a sound. All right, let's take our finger and check the sounds to make sure we spell the word whale correctly. W, a, ol. Whale. Great work. All right, our next word is the word whiz. A whiz is somebody who's really good at doing something. You guys are a whiz at building words. Let's stretch out the word whiz. W, is. Take your finger and push up the sounds. W, is. Now we're ready to write. The first sound is W. How do we spell it again? WH. W, is. That's an I. W, is. What do you hear at the end of that word? Yes, a Z. All right, take your finger and let's check it. W, is. Whiz. Yes, you're doing great. All right, our next word is the word whine. My dog will whine when she wants to go on a walk. Whine. All right, let's stretch it out. W-ine. All right, take your finger and push up the sounds. W-ine. We're ready to write. The first sound is W, W-H. W-I. It makes the long I sound. I says its own name. W-ine. We we hear an N at the end of the word. Now, because we hear the long vowel sound in the middle, we need a silent E at the end. And remember, we put it outside of the box because it doesn't make a sound. All right, take your finger and let's check the word wine. 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 Yes, good. All right, here's our very last word, the word whip. There's an expression that says you are as smart as a whip. And you guys are, you're so smart. All right, let's stretch out the word whip. Whip. Good, take your finger and push up the sounds. Whip. And let's write it. The first sound is W. That's W-H. W. What sound do you hear in the middle of that word? That's an I. W. We hear a P at the end. You did it. Take your finger and check it. W. Whip. Yes, great. Now it's time to read the words that we wrote. I'm going to read them first, and then it will be your turn. When, whale, whiz, wine, whip. Good. All right, now I'm going to point to the word. I'm going to start at the bottom, and you are going to read them. Here we go. Whip, wine, whiz, whale, when. Good. Today we built WH words. Remember, this is a digraph when two letters make one sound. Next time you're reading a book and you see WH next to each other, you know that it's going to say W.
This program is made possible in part by the Michigan Department of Education, the State of Michigan, and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Additional support by and by viewers like you. Thank you.